Hello, we are here at the Engagement of Frankstown, or the Battle of Frankstown. This is a monument that the Sons of the American Revolution, the Frontier Patriots, local chapter here in Blair County and Bedford County, built this memorial in honoring of the men that were killed at the Battle of Frankstown. Blair County and Bedford County, Huntington County, during the Revolutionary War were all in Bedford County. And Frankstown Township was not just Frankstown Township today, outside of Hollidaysburg. Frankstown Township covered a lot of Blair County during the 1780s. That's why they call this battle the Battle of Frankstown. During the Revolutionary War, British lieutenants and higher-ups would partner with Seneca warriors, and they would find Seneca warriors, and they would go after local militia groups during the Revolutionary War. During the Revolutionary War, American patriots were in a lot of militia groups, and a good way, or a sad way, but effective way for the British to take on some of these militia groups, they would go to local farms and in our area, and they would kill the farmer. They would capture the wife and the kids, take them as captives, and this would make the local militia groups go search for them. And the Seneca warriors and the British would ambush our militia. And this is kind of a way that the British would try to take captives of our higher ups and take prisoners. And this is a common occurrence around Bedford County and parts of Pennsylvania during the Revolutionary War. The Engagement of Frankstown was local Bedford County militia. They had a fort and Fort Fetter, which was right inside of Hollidaysburg area. Fort Fetter today is right behind John Stuckey Ford in Hollidaysburg, and also over by the Martin's grocery store. I actually grew up in Fort Fetter. There's a neighborhood over there, but Fort Fetter was where the Bedford County militia would be stationed, some of them anyways. And the story on the Battle of Frankstown was the British and the Seneca warriors came in and killed a local farmer, took the wife and the kids, and they took them and as prisoners. And it obviously enticed the men, the patriots at Fort Fetter, and the men at Fort Fetter set out to find the Seneca warriors and the British, and they were ambushed, and a lot of the men were killed. The actual battle was along 764, about 2 miles that way. This monument was chosen for a good location here, right along 764, and it's a beautiful monument. On the plaque, it shows the men that were engaged in the battle. You can see some of them were killed, wounded, but it's a really interesting and sad story of our history here. But it's a story that we should remember, of the local militias that were protecting our area. Today, our crew, we're a landscaping business. We came in here, and we were invited by the local Sons of the American Revolution chapter to do some landscaping here around this monument, and we were excited to help. So we cleaned up this little area here, and we built a nice little wall here as a border. We did a lot of native plants, rhododendron, black-eyed Susan. We did some lilacs, some rose bushes. We installed this flagpole that will be going up here tonight, and we did this double-sided Teco block sema wall to complement the monument. We are going to be installing some nameplates of all the men that were killed in the Bedford County militia on top of this wall here to honor their memory. We got some rose bushes out back here. If anyone would like to come see this monument, it's open to the public. This site was project was funded by the local Sons of the American Revolution, and they really did a lot of hard work to set this site up. We really appreciated them inviting us to help them with this project. But it's if anyone's ever been out to the Captain Phillips Monument in Saxton, this is a similar battle that happened right here, and it's around to remember these men that fought to protect our land and help give us independence. Something that's really interesting here, the Frontier Patriot chapter got a hold of an actual Liberty tree. And what a Liberty tree is, it's a descendant off the actual Liberty tree during the Revolutionary War. It's where a lot of rallying points or meetings would take place under these trees, and it became known as Liberty trees. So this tree is actually has strands going back 250 years. It's an actual sapling that was grown off of an actual Liberty tree, and we have one right here in Blair County. So we're looking forward to seeing this tree grow to be a huge tree at some point. And we got a little bit of the Revolutionary War history right here in Blair County. President of the Sons of the American Revolution, the Frontier Patriots chapter, Larry Smith, and I will be doing an actual video on this Battle of Frankstown, and it'll be a known historian, Larry Smith, that will discuss this battle in great detail, better than I can. I'm just kind of going over some of the basics of it, but here in the future we'll do a nice video on this battle that took place here in our area here. So we appreciate being invited on this project, and get out there and enjoy some of our local history here. Have a good day.